Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sorting Hat Podcast, a show where everything and anything can and will be sorted. I, as always, am your host, Michael Barryte, joined by my co-host, Reed Bryce.
Coming in hot!
Coming in hot indeed. And the basic conceit of the show is we have guests who are knowledgeable or experts on a topic which we will be sorting into the various houses of Hogwarts. Today, we are joined by Miles Roberts, who is from the Pack Theater around here in Los Angeles. He's a part of Scumbag Shakespeare, a sketch team called Dandy, and then some form of a show called Bananas. And we are going to be making mistakes because we're sorting hot sauces. Miles, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, man, we're gonna die today. I'm so excited.
The pleasure is all ours, I'm sure. Oh my God.
Dear listener, a little bit of fun fact, because I think fun's probably a weird word to use it, is Michael has a medical condition that makes it so he probably shouldn't be doing this at all.
I have ulcerative colitis with a hint of Crohn's disease thrown in there when I was diagnosed. It was they were like, we should term you ulcerative colitis like Crohn's disease. However, it is worth noting, I am in a state of remission and have been for a good while. However, to my gastroenterologist, I recognize that this is a mistake. And
I'm forwarding this to him.
And we'll be probably tapping out as we scale up on the Scoville scale.
If you don't know anything about the condition, you get tummy troubles. And so,
yes.
Hot sauce will give you a tummy trouble on a good day.
Right.
Miles Roberts should know. He just went to Howlin' Ray's out in Los Angeles, right? Is that where you went and got hot chicken, or was it another place?
No, we actually went to Dave's Hot Chicken.
How was that?
It was amazing. It's a tent in a parking lot where they give you Nashville hot chicken.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. If you live in the LA area and you haven't gotten Nashville hot chicken, there are a few places around now. Howlin' Ray's is considered to be the best, but be prepared to be in line for an hour and then be prepared to be on the toilet potentially for another 24 hours because it's hot.
Yes. So we should perhaps just be jumping straight into this madness as quickly as possible. But first, it's worth noting both Reed and Miles are Hufflepuffs. I am a Ravenclaw. So there will be some degree of bias worth noting as we are just sorting these. Full disclosure, just so you know where we're coming from. So
me and Miles being Hufflepuffs are the two kind of people to get excited about just eating hot sauce.
Yep.
Miles, have you always been somebody's just real into eating hot stuff, or what made you decide this is what you wanted to task us with?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of spicy foods. As far as what made me say this is a good idea to bring on the show, I am a huge fan of putting people in really uncomfortable situations and then watching them squirm.
That's the whole point of Bananas over at Pack Theater. Look up it on the calendar if you see it, and make sure you get over there because it's all about transgression and Artaud's theater of cruelty. And let's do a little bit of theater of cruelty tonight, fellas. Let's eat some hot sauce.
But first, let's do a little bit of educating.
Okay, teach the children.
Can we break down the Scoville heat scale?
That's basically how many chili peppers out of 5.
It's a little more nuanced than that.
I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this.
And Miles, you can back me up or jump in with any additional bits of information. But the scale was constructed in 1912 by Wilbur L. Scoville. So that's where the Scoville part of Scoville comes in. And
he bit into a chili pepper, and he noticed that a huge amount of steam started coming out of his ears, just pouring out. And he was like, I should measure this.
That is not.
A Scoville is how many
bits of steam comes out of your ears.
It's like pressure. It's like the pressure of the steam.
So he was actually working for the Park Davis Pharmaceutical Company, and it was originally devised there was a chemical component to it that was a little bit more scientific, but now the Scoville scale is a little bit, to my understanding anyway, a little more loose and fluid.
Yeah, it has become kind of a different thing. It did start off in a very academic way, but has really transitioned.
Guy Fieried itself into what we now know.
Yeah, it's out there just wearing a flame shirt, taking people to Flavor Town. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, the important thing is that it's an objective measurement of heat level, basically.
That is good to know and bad to know at the same time. So what are we going to be starting off with?
Well, I brought two fairly well-known hot sauces. We have the Cholula green sauce, which is jalapeno and serrano. And then I also brought sriracha, which everybody knows. I mean, it's basically ketchup at this point.
All right. Well, as you set that up for us to be dipping tortilla chips into and making relatively safe mistakes at this point, it is worth noting, as somebody who tends to avoid spicy foods, I have actually never had sriracha.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have had Cholula, I think, more than likely as sort of an accidental dip situation, not knowing full well that it was Cholula. But I can say with certainty, and actually more recently I was at some barbecue event and everyone was talking about these sriracha chips that were there, and everyone was mystified at the fact that I had never had sriracha, but I'm going to be breaking that pretty fast.
So we're starting with Cholula. So as far as my cursory Wikipediaing tells us, we didn't even actually get this stuff until 1989. So we haven't even had this hot sauce in America for that long compared to some of the other brands. And I don't think I've ever had the jalapeno flavor. We're each doing a dab on a chip. That seems to be the best way to...
That's the technical term as well, dab on a chip.
They do. Okay, I will let you guys know. I'm excited for this, if only because legitimately my favorite show right now is Hot Ones on YouTube.
Yeah. It's been making solid rounds.
And so they always call it a dab, at least what they do at the end. So I'm here just to try to like honor the spirit of the show. And I'm going to go balls out on each of these hot sauces.
It is also worth noting, while we are giving shout outs to YouTube shows, if you guys are unfamiliar with Hot Pepper Gaming, that is a show on YouTube where people eat hot peppers and then review video games. And we're trying to get some of the folks who do that as guests on the show to discuss things. So
neat.
Look forward to that. But
all right, let's get going.
Yeah, let's have this Cholula chip.
Yeah, so this one, jalapeno and serrano, fairly mild as these things go. Jalapeno is usually about 1 to about 20,000 on the Scoville scale. Serrano is about 10 to 25,000. So really fairly low key. How's everybody feeling?
Okay, so I really love ones that have a lot more of a vinegar base. That's why I like hot sauces in general. I like more than maybe like a salsa picante or whatever. I also really like the lime notes in here. They're coming out nice. And
I can taste those.
And then the jalapeno is not too bitter. It's got really good fruitiness to it. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, this one, while I am a bit of a pansy, and admittedly, my eyes have already watered a little bit, which means I am a doomed man.
Oh, man.
You are going to die.
Yeah, I'm going to die.
Michael, you say pansy like it's a bad thing, but just remember, a pansy is a flower, which is a sexual organ on a plant, which means you're fucking.
Dude,
so if you're a pansy, you're
Georgia
getting laid.
O'Keefe'ing all up in this, or I'm like NYU Fighting Violet this shit. Did you know that NYU mascot is the Fighting Violet?
Nice reference.
That's awesome, dude. Ours is the anteater, I think, which is like for UC Irvine, which I think is like a cruel joke because they have one of the worst ant infestations ever. Like I had maybe the most like Lynchian moment of my entire life was when I got this new apartment there and I turned on the shower and instead of water pouring out, a cascade of ants just came out.
That is a horrifying nightmare that cannot possibly be as real as you were describing it.
It was. And I was in the shower. I didn't turn it on from the outside, which I quickly learned to do. So I got ants all over my body.
Wait. Before we even start sorting, I need to back up to you would get into the shower and then turn it on? Who are you?
The first time, I'm not trying to waste water.
I understand that. I'm somebody who's very like conservative on the water scale, but if you're looking for a hot shower, you got to let that thing heat up for at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then get in.
Well, it wasn't the shower head. It was like the regular water faucet thing.
I see.
You let that warm
it wasn't
up.
a situation of ants
I
pouring
can
down
imagine
over
how
your
that
body.
like would be terrifying. No, but it was just all over my shins and stuff.
I just before we get too far away from the shower full of ants, that's a thing that happened to me in my first apartment here in LA. We had an ant infestation so bad it was at the height of, I think, whatever drought we had going on. Literally every faucet or spigot or whatever throughout my entire apartment would just start pouring ants.
Oh, God.
That is a terrifying reality that I have managed to dodge.
Yeah, no.
I look forward to
California is a
encountering it in the
hellscape,
future.
folks. We're constantly on fire, and then when you turn on the water to put out the fire, ants come
It's
out.
fucking ants.
For this Cholula one, I thought it was very inviting, exciting,
Mhm.
but not aggressive.
Right.
Very sweet.
You're
least in its top
leaning
notes.
towards Hufflepuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Cholula, the lady on the front looks so nice.
Yeah,
She looks like someone I want to hang out with.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. So
Especially for, I want to call it an industry that prides, it's one of the only food industry that prides itself on how much it hurts you.
Yeah.
How much pain and like regret you'll have by ingesting it.
Right.
This one is nowhere near that.
yeah. So what's next on the docket? It's sriracha, right?
Yeah, we're going to go sriracha, I think.
All right. I'm excited to be trying sriracha for the very first time.
Sriracha owns, so the first one was a Mexican one, but this is a Thai one, right?
To be honest, I actually don't know the exact origin of this one.
I'm going to look it up. I was correct. It is a Thai one. Although they do have a factory in Irwindale, California. And of note, Irwindale, the city, actually filed a lawsuit against sriracha because them making it was causing the chili, I guess, particles to go out into the air. And it was basically turning the air in the whole city into pepper spray.
Yeah, they were
People
pepper
were-
spraying all of their citizens.
Yeah, so like people were like having their throats closing up and like eyes, like, you know, their eyes, like, you're not going to experience that just through eating a little bit of it, but
Right.
it reminds me of like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when he was like, oh man, the factory being in the town made the whole town smell and almost taste of chocolate. And I'm like, I always thought that was so great, but the nightmare version is just chilies.
If you do want a taste of that experience, though, there is some left over. If you want to rub a little in your eyes, we can make that happen.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But
No?
I am
Okay.
going to have a bite of this.
All right, let's do it.
Let's make this happen.
For everybody at home, I did put slightly more than a dab on both chips.
You did. I'm strangely okay with this.
And
I
that's
would-
because sriracha, there's a reason why it became trendy. Like, I'm not sure exactly what sparked it. It's just like, you know, that happens with foods that like they become a food fad and then they're
Mhm.
everywhere and you feel like it's oversaturated. But sriracha is fucking just a tasty ass sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. Great flavor, and it's got much more of a sweet note, less aggressive on the vinegar side than a lot of things.
Yeah,
it's really very chili forward, but like also sweet.
I was actually feeling, I mean, I don't know exactly where this lands on the Scoville scale compared to Cholula, but the Cholula hit me harder
Mm-hmm.
personally than
So sriracha is going to be between like 1,000 to 2,500.
mm,
I don't know why is that is that a big difference in Scovilles? Like that much of a disparity, 1 to 2,500, 1,000 to 2,500?
Not terribly.
because we can go up into the millions
Mhm.
Yeah.
as far as Scovilles from the limited research that I've done. So I think
Now we
the
should.
difference of a few hundred is next to nothing.
Yeah, you really
Uh,
don't start getting drastic in terms of jumps of spice until you start adding digits.
We need to take sriracha's place in the spotlight into consideration.
Mhm.
It's, as far as I know, I could be wrong, it's the only one of the hot sauces that we'll have tonight that has a documentary made about it. So it's like one of the most famous ones. I'm gonna say Gryffindor.
Really?
In terms of like, if we're going just as far as like it's pretty good on everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it is going to be one of the more dominant flavors if you add it to something.
But just to play a little on the devil's advocate scale, it's been franchised pretty heavily. And would that perhaps lean it into a more Slytherin-like camp?
What do you think, Miles?
The one thing that I will say is that it is the most imitated, with the exception of maybe Tabasco, in terms of, because they don't have a copyright on the name sriracha. It's just a style.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a billion different srirachas. This is the most famous example, certainly the one with the rooster on it. But
you can also get like Trader Joe's apparently has their own house brand, right?
yeah, that one's garbage though. Don't get that one. If
Shots
Trader Joe is
fired.
listening, Trader Joe, get the hell out of my face with that
Step it up,
garbage.
Trader Joe.
I'm totally fine in the camp of it being Gryffindor. I just wanted to float that one by you past Trader Joe's riverboat.
I feel like we're going to have probably at least one or two Slytherins the higher we go up the Scoville.
Okay. So you're feeling like, let's give this one a Gryffindor and reserve some of the Slytherin slaps to a little bit later in
I'm
that
not even
list.
necessarily saying like Slytherin's bad, because we have a general policy that Slytherins are just different. They have different goals than Gryffindors, but they're actually pretty similar.
Okay, let's say Gryffindor on this, but let's move on forward. What do we have next?
There are a couple of habanero based sauces that are coming up. We're going to start with Melinda's original habanero pepper sauce. This is the one with the green label. They have a bunch of different varieties. Chipotle, they have an amarillo, which is mixed with mustard, weirdly, but it's actually very tasty.
Ooh.
And then they have a few varieties that are hotter than this, with extra hot and then XX extra hot. We're just doing the normal one.
They keep putting extra X's on it, like you would like a jug of hobo wine.
Gotcha.
Moonshine?
So we are starting with the baseline of this guy, and this is a habanero based one.
That's correct.
Great.
And everybody's getting one drop on this one because it's been a while since I've had this one, so I don't remember exactly how spicy it is.
So, okay, this comes to us via the Figueroa brothers out of New Orleans. And so, okay, this one's pretty interesting. So they're, at the very top, it says, inspired by mothers and grandmothers everywhere. And they said they were inspired by all the extraordinary women in their lives. Their mom was a gourmet cook, and their grandma and aunts. So this is really like, this whole brand is really like a shout out to all those ladies out there who run the world, girls who make hot sauce. Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, this sounds masochistic, but I did not get a very good taste of it, so
Yeah,
I'm
let
going
me-
to go in a little bit more.
It's a strangely not as potent kick as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is the least aggressive of I think the habanero based sauces.
And maybe it's just the fact that my tongue has gone into a state of shock already, but the flavor isn't so bold in any direction, I feel.
I'm getting like some earthy notes. I don't want to necessarily say dirt because that's not the right word,
I'm
but
with you on that, though.
it definitely like has a nice like of the earth flavor. I can definitely taste the fruit, but it really does not have as much of the burn like you were saying. I have a little bit of more heat coming off of my tongue, but I also don't know if that's just because I've been layering stuff.
He's offering me more, and I'm being a fool and saying sure.
Thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one does have some extra stuff in it. Kind of a variety of ingredients in this one. There's carrots, onions. It's kind of more of a mix, more of a
okay.
true sauce than just hot sauce.
I do taste the carrots and onions now.
And you know what? This is really tasty, and I could see definitely incorporating it into something I was cooking.
It's that fucking wonderful bullshit that they have whenever you go to a food truck, and it's that exact thing. It's onions and peppers and carrots.
Same mix. Yeah,
It's that.
Yeah.
It's that, and
It's
I
like
love that.
That distilled into like a liquid form.
It's just the sauce. I actually, now that I've gotten a little bit more of it, it's
Mhm.
not overwhelming, and this is definitely like Strangely, the Cholula hit me the hardest so far. Very weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably because that one has. Is this one also good? Like, what's the vinegar ratio on this habanero one? Because I bet the vinegar is like causes more of a reaction in your mouth.
It's a fairly similar vinegar level between those two. The Cholula is a little bit more vinegar forward just because there's less stuff in it.
Gotcha. I'm feeling it's probably also a Gryffindor. What do you think?
Either that or a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I want to say Hufflepuff too, just because I like the brand of it so much. I love that it's like, it's like men who are very much like passionately connected to the matriarchal parts of their family.
I'm not even going off of the background of it.
And then the flavors are very earthy, almost like
the earthiness.
It's like it's almost because like you said with the carrots and everything, it's almost like a nice hearty stew.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
If it were a salsa. What do you think, Miles?
I'm gonna co-sign basically whatever you say, Reed.
Okay, gotcha. This is my favorite episode of this podcast so far.
So far, we went in very scared.
I decree that I'm the sexiest man in Los Angeles. What do you think, Miles?
I mean, I'm comfortable with second sexiest.
Okay, great, cool.
Sure.
I need to come up with all of my arguments that I need a tiebreaker for with Michael, just so I can like own you about it. Let's see.
Why are we doing this? Let's get on to the next chip.
I'm gonna wait until we're both in more pain for it too. Just so it's like I'm gonna wait until it's like more emotionally charged by the salsas too.
Right. So build that up while Miles tell us what we're getting into next.
Okay, so this one is really the one that I was most personally excited about because this is a taste of home. I'm originally from Florida, and the pepper that makes up most of this one is called the daddle pepper. This one, heat-wise, very similar to the habanero. The thing that you'll notice, it's less citrusy and much sweeter and fruitier. But the big thing with this, it's primarily grown and like exported from St. Augustine, Florida, of all places.
Okay, and so this daddle pepper sauce is called what?
It's very punny. It's daddle do it.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate
you should. You're right.
I mean, in general, hot sauces, I feel, are the food grouping that is allowed to have really stupid titles.
Like the doofiest things. It's always like, it's also like a lot of times really sexual. Like they'll just have bikini babes on there for no reason.
It's the biker gang of foods.
For sure. And those two things actually combined today. I was going through and picking up one of these that I had run out of. There was a hot sauce with a bikini-clad biker babe on it, literally called Biker Bitch.
Oh, hell yeah. I like that. Or I like if it's kind of like, it's trying to tell you that you're going to have diarrhea straight up on the bottle. It'll just have like a picture of a butt that's in trouble or like a
and
toilet
it'll be called
exploding.
Like Satan's asshole or something like that.
it'll be called like the Antichrist enema or something like that.
Right. Let's dive into this. Daddle do it.
All right, man.
I'm still okay. I'm shockingly still okay.
I feel like this one might start growing a little bit in heat on you. What's the Scoville on this guy?
On the sauce itself, I'm not sure. It's much sweeter than I remember it.
Yeah, that's the first thing is it almost has like a ketchup sweetness at the very top of it.
And part of that is the pepper, but there's also probably a significant amount of sugar in here. Let me check. Oh, huh. There's literally actual ketchup in here.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know any algebra, but I can tell you if there's ketchup in something. It's
a solid skill to have for just such an occasion.
I love when a condiment is just like, I'm just made up of other condiments. like if you've ever been to In-N-Out, their animals like style sauce is just Thousand Island dressing. And I think that's also the case for Big Mac sauce.
Yeah.
Like they call it a different name, but it's just salad dressing. And then like maybe they add mustard to it or something. I think that's what Chick-fil-A sauce is also, is like a couple of different condiments just mixed together.
So this again, I think based off of the sweetness, I'm inclined to lean either towards Hufflepuff or Gryffindor.
I love that. It's definitely like keeping true to its Florida roots. It's got a gator on the bottle, or at least on the website for the thing. Does it have a gator on the bottle, Miles?
It does. He is wearing a hat, holding a sauce bottle, and looks like he's just rocking the fuck out.
Yeah, he's got this like very fruity and refreshing hot sauce in his mouth. He's ready to go, baby.
I will say, this one, you did provide us with a more substantial dab than the previous ones, perhaps based off of your favor towards it. And my gums are actually burning a little bit. Not sure if either of you have experienced that.
I'm getting more stuff on my tongue so far and the roof of my mouth. A little bit, but not as much like in between the teethies. Let's see. It has like a little bit of a smoky secondary note.
You're much better as like a sommelier than I am.
Unless it's actual wine, in which case I'm like, this is some grapes. I don't know. I'm having a little bit of trouble placing this one. So it's not overbearing.
No.
It's still fun. It's a little bit dorky. I'm gonna just say it. It's some dad humor going in, and it has a cartoon gator on it, and it's Florida. Hufflepuff?
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm feeling it. I'm wondering if we're going to be encountering any Ravenclaws within this group.
Yeah,
unless we're getting super chemically in the later ones, which we might be.
I would say like if we come across any real like straightforward. I'm like something that you would add to something because otherwise the food will taste terrible. Like I would imagine like a Tabasco sauce might be a Ravenclaw because it's very just, and maybe that's controversial to the pepperheads, chili heads. What do you guys call each other? I say that as though you were part of like a thriving hot sauce.
Yeah, no, I don't hang out with.
It just doesn't feel like it's like trying to do anything other than get a job done. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would put like, do we have Tabasco coming up?
No.
Okay, yeah. So I'll say Tabasco is probably like the baseline of a Ravenclaw style hot sauce.
Sure. Okay. What do we have next, Miles?
Okay, up next is a more aggressive habanero based sauce. This one also a little bit nostalgic for me. This is made by the company that operates Tijuana Flats, which is a burrito place.
Oh, I've heard tell. I've heard that they are very good. But they don't have any over on this side, right?
No, they are only in Florida, and they may have expanded by now, but they started in Florida and kind of grew out a little bit from there. Their big claim to fame, the burritos are pretty good, but they also have a hot sauce bar. They make most, if not all, of their own hot sauces. So they have a big manufacturing outfit that sends it out and around. But any Tijuana Flats that you go into has a rotating selection of like 15 to 20 hot sauces.
Oh, that's very
that's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
So is that where you, like one of the first places where you kind of got a taste for hot sauce and went, oh, I love this?
For the variety, definitely. Spicy food in general was like a big thing in my family, just from my dad's side of the family. My grandfather in particular gets real down on like Indian curries.
Gotcha.
So he'll go in and just order whatever the spiciest thing is.
So was curry like one of the first things that you had that was like super spicy, or was like okay, cool.
All right, so this Tijuana Flats hot sauce, what is it called?
This one is called Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally.
Now we're getting into the real silly names.
Yeah.
All right, pass me that chip and let's
It's always like
get in on this madness.
It's always like it always sounds like a hee-haw punchline, some of these. The vinegar is so much more pronounced on this one than the other ones. Michael's making a very scrunched up face.
Yeah, like it's not so much the heat as it is the
the heat's starting to set in on me. Yeah, it's coming through a little bit more. I also taste more citrus fruit in this one, like the sour notes of citrus fruit.
I think my tongue is just broken to be really sensitive to vinegar because all I'm getting is like a bold vinegar kick.
What are the ingredients on this guy?
This one pretty similar to the first habanero one we had. There's this one though, mostly habanero. Although you also have carrots, onions, vinegar, a little bit of garlic in there, and apparently some lime juice.
Is there a boy with his bare ass on the bottle?
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
I just saw it across the room and I was like,
Bare ass with a red handprint. And
okay, well, this is somebody's fetish now that we're drinking somebody's fetish. I don't know how I feel about this.
I feel okay, all told. This again, it feels, since I did get the tail end of the more earthy sort of flavor, like in the aftertaste. So there is the part of me that is inclined to go Hufflepuff.
And also, the bottle's so ridiculous, you guys. It's so funny. It's just like oh, God. Yeah, Hufflepuff for sure, in my opinion.
All right, what's next?
We're plowing through these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, Miles. Give me a challenge.
The next, well, okay.
What is it about hot sauce that like gives you so much bravado? It's almost like facing your mortality, and you're like, I can handle this. I can handle death. Come on.
Yeah, and there is one of the big things that people really get hooked on with spicy foods is once you have had too much of it, you end up getting an endorphin rush similar to what runners experience.
Ooh, I've never had one of those before because I'm a lazy man, but I do understand that it's almost like when you're at a roller coaster or when you like watch porn too much and like the regular stuff doesn't do it for you more, as you like go riskier and riskier to that same thrill. Yep. Oh man.
Don't cross those two things.
Yeah, no, I am prepared with these hot sauces, like the equivalent of going to the weird part of Pornhub, just like poking your head around, be like, oh no, this is not a good idea. This is not good for my health.
All right, now this one is Calypso sauce. This is a Scotch bonnet based
sauce. What's a Scotch bonnet?
This is a lot on this chip.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with this one, it's a chunkier.
Yeah.
I almost want to say girthier sauce, but that's not the right word.
It's a chub of a salsa.
But yeah, with this one, Scotch bonnets, slightly hotter on average than habaneros. You also have a slightly sweeter, more citrusy note than most habaneros, but it's a fairly similar flavor profile. But it is distinct. It's kind of hard for me to actually put my finger on what it is, but you will notice.
You said the brand name is called Calypso.
It's Matux, I believe, is the actual brand, but it's called Calypso sauce, and they're, as far as I know, the only people making Calypso sauce. It is hot picante. So enjoy.
All right, I'm going to give it a go.
Oh, no.
I saw both faces change.
Yeah, we're starting to go into the deep end, you guys.
I can still handle this deep end.
Yeah, you still with us?
Oh, God, the coughing. Lean away from the mic.
Fine. It's fine. Everything's okay.
Oh man, I feel like 11 years old. Like there's so much delight in watching someone eat something hot, watching someone's pants fall down, or watching like a baby interact with a puppy. Like,
it is hot, but it is still manageable for me. The thing that actually caught me the most off guard was there's like chunks in there. And
you're right about that girth, Miles. You always are.
I wasn't expecting that. My nose is running.
No, this one is very literally
I don't know,
just
Michael,
blended up peppers.
Should I ask you to throw in the towel from this point?
No, I got at least one more in me, I think.
Okay.
Against all good judgment. Like, I can see myself taking like 2 or 3 dips of this, but no more.
So you get about maybe 1 second before the burn starts.
I had a lot longer before the real burn started. But now I'm enjoying it.
But it does give you like a false sense of like, okay, maybe this will be okay. And then all of a sudden it goes, nope. Actually, this hurts your mouth.
Yeah.
It's a tricky son of a bitch.
It's a bit of a fake out in the fact that it's like, hi, I'm all right. There's a lot of me on your tongue, but go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is probably the first one where I feel like I need to take a sip of the milk. that we've had. I will also say though, in my defense, I took a second dab because I didn't let it rest on my tongue. So the second dab was a mistake.
Yeah. I've been letting it sit on the tongue on all cases. Anywhere that it touched is enjoying a degree of
no,
tingling.
You're really right that the flavor profile is really hard to place. Maybe that's because, like you said, they're the only ones doing this style of hot sauce.
It also helps that fire suddenly swells up around it. It is getting worse. It is getting worse.
All right, so
it's all downhill from here for you.
I'm okay. I'm gonna hang with this.
You're gonna listen to Michael die on the microphone.
It's all right. It's okay, but I'm saying this son of a bitch is a grinning, backstabbing Lannister of a sauce.
Yeah, you don't often swear either. Oh man, this is the part of Hot Ones, because I'm just gonna fanboy out where people start getting more aggressive and being like just way more passionate with everything they say, because it almost simulates like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. I mean,
we're probably gonna fist fight at some point, right?
No, this is purely fight or flight that you're experiencing right now.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
fighter,
totally
baby.
Fine. My body is sweating in places that I don't normally sweat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's okay.
Ladies, slide into the DMs. I haven't done that one in a while.
No, you haven't.
So go to Calypso's website, put in the promo code. Michael is dying. There's 20% off your next Calypso sauce.
All right, what's this next? Oh, are we? It's a Slytherin. Fuck this. like you could also say. No, you could also say it's a Gryffindor because it's bold and it's assertive. But I think just the fact that it's undercut with some sweetness,
and it's very exclusive. There's nobody else doing it.
Yeah, so I think that makes it a Slytherin.
Okay, man.
All right, so we've entered the wild card portion of this.
Okay.
I have never tried either of these two. I don't know what we're in for. This was actually much more for me to talk about. We touched earlier on the weird sexualization of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Sure.
There is a second strange niche that the hot sauce world seems to fill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that is far right-wing politics.
Well, okay, that tracks, but is also hilarious.
So while I was picking these two up, I passed by multiple Osama bin Laden go to hell kind of products. There was also Saddam Insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the one that I actually felt comfortable picking up was McCain's torture sauce.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah. Now, this one is...
May he have a speedy recovery.
Yeah, Senator John McCain. Yeah, speedy recovery to John McCain.
Did he get his diagnosis yesterday?
As of this recording, just to let you guys know, for those unfamiliar, we record these sometimes far in advance from release, so we're all hoping that John McCain is well, but he was yesterday diagnosed with a brain tumor.
Also, he's a prisoner of war, so
Yes.
I love that there's just like, it's just like very much like playing into that, I ain't politically correct, I'm gonna name this after McCain and say that it's a torture sauce.
Let's just dab the chip and get it in my mouth so I can die.
You son of a bitch. He just poured so much of a sauce that he doesn't know how bad it is yet. And you know what? I'm going to lick it all.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
I'm okay with this one.
Okay. False alarm. We're fine, people.
Yeah, we're fine. Ugh.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
Okay. What kind of hot sauce was this?
It's McCain's torture sauce. Now, I'm going to be honest, for how aggressive the label and branding is, that was really disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, McCain's torture sauce. You need to at least bring it. You can't just like come at us like, oh, we're gonna oppress you, take away all your rights, and then not back it up with a hot sauce that makes my throat hurt.
This label is camouflage. It's a camouflage label. It's got a picture of John McCain in a bulletproof vest and like a jumpsuit,
And you know
flight suit.
He didn't even need a down feather vest from Uniqlo for this sauce. That's what I'm telling you. This sauce was weak as hell.
Yeah.
This sauce like might as well have been what we used to chase the other ones. Not impressed with you, John McCain's torture sauce.
Yeah, really poor showing.
I would say for its conservative political values alone, I would put it in Slytherin. I'm just saying.
I think
not every Slytherin is a conservative.
No.
My pal Riley Silverman would smack me in the mouth, but I would say, at least in the Harry Potter world, as far as I know, they're more reactionary.
There's the part of me that almost feels like this one could be argued as a Ravenclaw.
Go on.
Explain.
On like, it's trying to be braver than it is.
Okay.
Because if you're going to stack up your Houses of Hogwarts as far as bravery goes, Ravenclaw's never at the top of your list.
Yeah, but they would probably presuppose themselves to be.
But Ravenclaw might, puff themselves up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that
then they
said,
would say, "Oh, the risk analysis tells me I probably shouldn't get involved with this."
Right. But then at the same time, it does have a bit of a Slytherin of a name, or even a Hufflepuff of a name.
Oh, it's creeping in the back of my throat. Or maybe one of the other ones is we haven't really been cleansing our palates properly, so we're probably going to just be in pain from all of the sauces.
Yeah. Let's move on to another wild card. I'm going to say wherever this one lands, fuck this one. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Don't buy this would be my
would not recommend
assessment.
Yeah, so we talked about weird sex stuff on the bottles. We talked about far right-wing politics.
I hope this is some sort of combination of the two.
It is a combination of the two.
Yes! Make me horny, sauce!
There is an incredibly sexy image of former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
On the bottle, and it is called Hot for VP.
I'm going to just go ahead and say that this is going to be some weak sauce.
Ooh, I'm going to say the sexual thing is like weird to me than the politics thing, because like I said briefly before, I love the idea that somebody was like, I'm going to get whichever sauce makes me the horniest. I'm a horny boy for hot sauce.
I want that soundbite taken very out of context and used frequently.
Isolated, bitch. I ain't scared.
I want that to be your ringtone in my phone.
Okay, smelling it. I haven't tasted it yet because we're gonna all do it together. Smells like a little bit like more like the Cholula, like traditional Cholula.
I would actually not be surprised if this is exactly the same as the last one, because I think it's the same brand.
This is underwhelming.
This like literally tastes like Cholula, but not as good.
It's just an underwhelming flavor that isn't going in any direction, really.
Yeah.
Like from what we've had so far, there's been some like bolder moves.
Like if I had like a chili on a desert island, if I was making chili on a desert island and all I had was this, maybe I'd throw it in just to give it a little more kick. But I'm not going out of my way for Sarah Palin in general or for this hot sauce that objectifies her.
All right, let's.
So Slytherin?
Sure. I don't even like. I'm feeling like both of these are unfortunately like in the same camp.
Yeah.
Because they were running mates.
You know, I did not make that connection.
Well, you know, guys, I'm really up on all that political tracking. What do we got next, Miles?
How many do we have left?
We've actually reached the end of what I brought. My pitch at this point would be just keep powering through Calypso sauce until one of us falls over.
No. I've got a crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
We can probably find some really potent stuff at like the nearby Ralph's, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pause for a moment.
Yeah, the first time we'll ever have to stop.
Go to Ralph's and get a mistake because I want to make sure that one of us dies tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back. Let's go. And we're back. We have ventured out to Ralph's. We've grabbed the few assorted hot sauces and one salsa that we presume will be on the spicier side. Reed and Miles walk us through what we now have in front of us.
All right, Miles, what's the first one?
We're going to start with peri peri sauce, which
I've never had before.
me either. This is an entirely new one to me. It's something called African bird's eye chili. It is less spicy, at least in general. It's certainly lower on the Scoville scale than habaneros, daddle, the Scotch bonnets, really anything that we've had. It should slot in somewhere between jalapenos and habaneros.
Oh, okay, cool. And according to internet, it says that we're going to experience notes that are garlicky, spicy, lemony, tangy. So, yeah, let's get right into it, dude.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the spice that I was looking for in that fucking McCain sauce.
Oh, really?
Like it's not painful,
No.
but at least it's there. It exists.
That's true. That's
There's a lot more of like black pepper notes in this one than the other ones we've had.
Yeah.
And the garlic is more pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
And dear listener, I do have a garlic intolerance, so eating all of this hot sauce is probably bad for me just on that.
What?
You never know.
No.
Honeys, I'm mad. I'm so mad at the universe. Who the fuck gets what level of advanced whiteness do you have to be on to have a garlic intolerance? I'm turning into a goddamn Dracula, Michael Barryte.
I was just going to say you're basically describing what a vampire is.
I mean,
You're indoors all during the day.
okay.
You're mostly active at night.
Oh, she's coming. Oh, library's open.
Just saying.
This one also made me salivate a lot more immediately. I don't know if that happened to anyone else.
I've got resonating heat, not to the degree that the Calypso did, but it's got a linger to it.
Yeah, this one's just got the sharp notes of pepperiness in it.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones haven't had.
And the
quite as
fact that
much.
the seeds are there also doesn't hurt things.
And right up front tasted a lot like lemon, at least to me.
Oh,
that
for
was
sure.
Real
Like-
aggressive.
Yeah, it's it's brighter rather than smoky, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sure, those words are true to me. I do feel like I'm leaning towards Hufflepuff, though.
Oh, really? Why?
It goes back to our like stew descriptor a little bit, and just the fact that there are some chunks to this.
So the hardiness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But maybe I'm letting texture dictate a little more than I should.
No, for sure. I'm also now getting the gut stuff happening from all of these salsas.
Mm.
I ate what I thought was like a substantial lunch because Michael also read me earlier this week about the fact that I don't eat. So I was like, I'm gonna make sure I eat so I don't get sick
Yeah.
by having an empty stomach. I'm starting to feel it. Are you guys feeling nothing? You probably don't because you eat, Miles, because you eat this stuff
No, I'm
more
fine.
often than I do.
Yeah.
Strangely, I'm also fine.
What the hell's happening to you? Are you already dead? Are we doing something with a ghost?
Yeah, I died long ago, Reed. Long ago.
Doing the show with me, I don't blame you. All right, what do we got next?
No, we still have to sort. So we're saying.
Oh, I'd say Hufflepuff.
You're
I agree
saying
with
Hufflepuff?
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
What
do we
about you,
have
Miles?
My only real objection, and it may not even be an objection, just that hard switch between the super lemon flavor up top and then that really like black pepper note at the end. It was a real hard cut between those
So
two
you
things.
feel it might be deceptive?
Maybe.
Or Gryffindor.
Yeah, because I'm not like it doesn't feel like an angry burn. It doesn't feel like a self-serving burn because I feel like this could pair really well into food, and it looks like it does get incorporated into food a lot.
Yeah, I'm seeing it as the Gryffindor who says that they're doing something, but then changes their mind at the last minute to make like the morally right choice and divert off course to stick it to the whoever.
Okay.
And so you're like, oh, I'm going the lemon route. Fuck you. I'm going the black pepper route.
I've been persuaded.
Yeah, I can get on board with that rationalization.
We're gonna say it's a Gryffindor.
Sure.
Okay, what do we got next?
All right, so up next is Marie Sharp's. This one is just called Beware.
Oh,
I think it also says the word comatose on it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does say comatose heat level under Beware.
And then this is one of the first, or at least the ones out of that I bought, where they listed habaneros as the first ingredient. The second one is capsaicin. So this one is probably like their normal version of their salsa, and then to make it a hotter version, they just added, because capsaicin is the thing that makes the heat happen in a pepper.
mm-hmm. There's the part of me that, based on this additional bit of trickery, might preemptively believe that this might be a Ravenclaw. just based on the little scientific manipulation going on.
So, and we haven't been doing this, which I think might have been a misstep, but whatever. You know, we're doing our best here. We this one is a brighter orange, but not as bright as some of the other habaneros. So it looks like this one has more of the flesh of the fruit of the pepper in it.
And also a touch watery.
Yeah, it's watery, but it's also got chunks on it.
Mm-hmm.
And just before we stray too far, not capsaicin, it's capsicum gum. Or I'm sorry, capsicum oil, which is a different thing.
I'm so relieved. What does that do?
That's a great question. I don't actually know.
This might not be as hot as we thought. Let's go.
Yeah. I think it's pretty hot.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's making me gay gasp. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, it was the swallow that did it.
Yeah, that one's pretty sneaky. It's not bad, but it sneaks up on you.
Going through,
Miles, hand me the bottle. I'm going to taste a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going through, like, hills and valleys of it's fine to it is not fine.
Folks, I'm taking another dive in because I'm stupid and apparently I cannot get the flavor on the first go round. But it hurts. Oh God, why am I? No.
Proud of you, Reed.
Oh no! Mistakes were made! Oh fuck! Okay.
Where's your weird frozen milk?
Okay. My eyelids are sweating. Okay.
It's really just the back of my throat that
Sweet mother of
is
God.
so unhappy right now.
Okay, so this is so spicy. I feel like I should tell you guys my secrets so I don't die with them on my conscience or something. Oh.
I'm gonna have some more. I want to get vulnerable.
Miles has been as composed this whole time.
Can I just say that you are the most unflappable man I've ever met?
It's also worth noting he showed up wearing a 3-piece suit and he just buttoned up, not unbuttoned. He buttoned up. Yeah. It's very peculiar because I just have like the roof of my mouth, the back of my throat, and like the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
That is just, I wouldn't describe it as magma-like.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, I'm burning.
But
breathing hurts.
There's some rolling. Yeah, I'm trying to not actually breathe through my throat.
Yeah, I mean, this one is essentially just chunks of habanero in a little bit of vinegar. Like this, probably short of like the Calypso, the most aggressive in terms of like it's just chunks of pepper.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
My mouth is definitely watering a lot more than it was before.
I'm saying I still stick with my Ravenclaw claim, but I could easily be turned for either a Gryffindor or a Slytherin. It's definitely not a Hufflepuff.
Okay, so Snape's is Snape is a potion master, right? Like
Yeah.
And potions are like mostly used to have like these quick results in a spell. But they're more tricky and like covert usually, right?
One could make that argument, yes.
So I would say this felt like taking a magic potion that just inflicts pain on the sufferer. This feels like a punishment that I gave myself. Like I took a potion.
And
it's just like hate yourself and want to die potion. Oh, it hurts my eyes too. Why?
Well,
so like, not only did you take that potion,
you took that
upon
potion
yourself,
the second time.
You took it twice. So you knew what it was going to do, and then you did it again.
I'm fucking dumb, you guys.
It's all.
What am I doing with my life?
So where was that going? Were you saying Slytherin?
Yeah, because potions. Guys, I can't even snort anymore. My brain's shutting down.
I definitely, when we were going to the store, and since we've gotten back, my head has like had a slight lightheaded swimminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
That I assume is related to
something very aware that we're in your bedroom with all of the windows and door closed. Mouth breathing in each other's capsaicin breath. Capsicum breath. God damn it, I'm mad. Okay.
Let's go to this last one, which
this one
is going to be a mistake, undoubtedly.
This one is Mrs. Renfro's, and it's a ghost pepper salsa. It's like a chunky salsa that you would do chips.
it's not a sauce, it's a salsa. Sorry guys, we fucked up on that, but forgive us. My mouth is like it's not.
We're both having panic attacks. We're too neurotic for hot foods, Michael.
It's also great because we're the two furthest individuals from the room with Miles right in the middle. And we're like gesticulating, like I'm gesticulating a lot more, and Reed is just like
I'm like
gripping.
I'm grabbing.
They're gripping the knee and
the
chair,
almost as though I'm trying to keep myself steady like a drunk person, but I'm sitting.
Yeah.
And then Miles is acting like we're just eating regular potato chips.
Yeah, Miles is being super cash.
Like I'm pissed at you that this is not affecting you at all, and you probably love that. Oh God. Okay.
That reaction is literally why I'm here.
All right, pass me this fucking chip,
Michael.
Oh, what are you doing? Okay, this scene.
Michael, I'm gonna have to drive you to the emergency room.
It's salsa. It's fine.
Okay.
I feel like you went tame on mine.
Oh no, I have the same amount.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you know what? This is the last one, you guys. I'm gonna go balls to the wall. I'm gonna dip this chip into as much of the salsa, submerge it as possible.
yeah. Let's both do that.
Do it. I'm just gonna keep eating it.
Yeah. Okay. Bottoms up. 1, 2, 3. This is like totally okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. This one's gonna sneak up on us.
I think it's okay.
Oh, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff going on at the tip of my tongue. It's not as bad as the other one was, for sure. Ooh, my gums and my lips are starting to hurt.
See, that's the gum thing I was talking about.
Ooh.
But
And you're transitioning in and out of this 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, no, dudes. I thought.
I'm strangely all right with this one. I'm gonna go take another dip.
Maybe you gotta make sure that you get some seeds on there.
I gotta stay off the mic because my body just makes disgusting noises happen.
You're not gonna like shit your pants though, are you?
Nah, dude. If I shit my pants, it'll be because I want to. Not because I let this salsa be. Oh no, Michael!
Oh fuck!
Okay, here
what
we
happened?
go.
What happened? Where did you go?
All of a sudden, I didn't even
see. It sneaks up on you.
It
just kicked in suddenly on you.
Yeah, I don't.
Like his body is completely convulsing.
Oh.
Okay, this is the most bizarre. I've never had like my language receptors like start breaking down. It's hard to talk.
So
Miles, you have to fucking talk because both of us are having trouble.
I did one dip.
Miles!
I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to interrupt this because this is magic.
Totally fine. Then did another, and Miles was like, take some seeds. I didn't get any seeds in either of the dips as far as I can tell.
I didn't get any seeds
but maybe
either.
I did. But all of a sudden...
Folks, I'm doing a second one. I can't let Michael outclass me here.
I'm not... It's not outclassed. It's just moronicness.
No, it's definitely outclass. He's making you look like an idiot right now.
Fuck that. I'm giving into this machismo pissing contest. I'm having another one.
Be sure to get a seed like an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So all of a sudden, like the best I can describe it, outside of like
my lips.
My nose is just running nonstop. But
this is not a good podcast. What are we doing? Just here listening to us gasp for 20 minutes. What the fuck?
I'm gonna just weird out of context pain noises.
I'm going to be editing this.
Screaming.
Someone's gonna masturbate to this. That's all that someone's gonna get any gratification is someone who's just got like a spicy wiener fetish, and they're gonna fucking don't jerk off to this, you assholes.
Getting Kleenex. Huh.
I mean, if we didn't have them hooked after the horny for hot sauce thing, they're hooked now. We're very, very thoroughly in that demographic.
Oh, my boner's destroyed by this forever. I don't think any part of my body can work anymore.
I'm going to go ahead and offer, if either of you would like, I'm going to do some of the Marie Sharp's Beware, and then I'm going to throw some ghost pepper salsa on top of that.
Yeah, dude, hit me.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Yeah, great.
You're doing that?
Yeah, are you kidding me? I can't let the guest have to like voyage out on his own. You just fill her up. I'll do whatever you give me.
I'm doing it too.
Michael's on the floor. No, you're on the fucking floor.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. We've made it this far.
He's on the floor against the wall, grasping the wall, folks.
I'm sure they can hear based on my audio positioning.
This is like
that I am not close to the mic. But
this is gonna be used in like a court case when one of us dies and Miles goes to prison.
I should have made you guys sign waivers. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, the milk and the salsa together are making. Oh god, it's like vomit.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's ready for you.
Okay, this is it.
All right, I say this with all the love in the world. Fuck you, Miles. Fuck you, Reed.
Miles.
I accept your hate and I revel in it. How's that sitting? Nope. Yep. There's more fidgeting.
Oh, we also
Glasses adjusting. Nope.
We also didn't sort the ghost pepper thing, but
Oh god, are you kidding me? Fucking Voldemort. I don't know.
the worst part about all of this is like I have no milk left in my cup.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
I mean, I have a little bit.
And you're drinking skim milk, the least helpful of all milks.
Yeah. Of I only had skim and 1% here. But
Oh.
okay. My whole mouth is a tingly just plateau of fire.
Breathing hurts. Oh.
Yeah. You're gonna want to try to keep it mostly through the nose.
But it's full of snot now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move forward and
Life is a sham. Everything's pain. Existence is pain. We're just feeling it more acutely than usual. This is like a drug trip, dude.
Yeah, no, it's all of this is a mistake. We're never going to do anything like this again.
No.
Holy shit.
So my sketch team Dandy
Yeah.
Shut up.
plays fourth Wednesdays at the Pack Theater.
Yeah, and then if you want to see a whole show that is like what this episode was, fucking I guess see bananas. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, come see
I have
bananas.
a bunch of paper cuts in my mouth.
Actually, paper cuts in your mouth would be a great bit. Can you submit that to the next bananas?
Okay.
Thank you.
You can where else on the internet can we find
What's your Twitter
you,
handle,
Miles
bitch?
Roberts?
Twitter handle is @MilesBoberts.
That's confusing, but at the same time as clear as a goddamn bell.
What's not to get? It's Rob, short for Bob. Fuck.
You can find Reed Bryce at that dang dingus on Twitter. You can find me at Belated Media.
You can find us both at the mortuary. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
We're gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Like the tingliness and the fact that we're having trouble breathing.
I never made peace with God.
We're gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry if this is peaking, but like, dude.
It's.
Can I just say how honored I am to have been here for the last Sorting Hat?
Christ almighty.
All right, let's get out of here.
Also, be sure to rate us on iTunes,
Oh, fuck you. Oh, God.
Apple Podcasts, Google Play. You brought ice cream for us, Miles,
I
and
wanna
to
eat
that
it.
we appreciate it. Holy shit.
All right, bye. Oh, okay, I got it. I gotta grab some of that ice cream, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we need ice cream like right now. I'm a horny boy for hot sauce.